Okay, so you can get me a PlayStation 4.
Yes.
It's on the record.
It's on the record.
Okay, Roland's Food Court is on Saturday?
Roland's Food Court's on Saturday, and you get PlayStation 4.
I can't wait. You hear that, Whoo Kid?
What are you talking about?
I'm getting a PlayStation 4 from Roland.
There's a PlayStation 4?
This is what they introduced it like last week while you were out in Bahrain and Dubai and Las Vegas and all those exotic lands.
I don't know. You sure about that?
But because Roland owes it to us because he came in here promising a month ago that they were going to debut the PlayStation 4 in Roland's office. And that's not what they did at all, Whoo Kid. Not even close.
You bullshitting, Roland?
No.
Oh. He said it was a show business miscommunication.
Yes. Faux pas, as we say.
We were talking to E-Rock about his birthday this morning.
Oh, shit.
How old is your oldest? Whoo Kid?
My oldest is 12. You talking about my kids?
Yeah,
or my dog?
No, your oldest banana in the house. Yes. Your oldest kid.
12 or 13, something like that.
12 or 13. So when it's his birthday, do you like wrap his gifts the night before and leave them out?
No, don't do that shit.
He's not. Is he too old for it?
Yeah, I'm like, go get your gift, nigga.
Okay. E-Rock, how would you have responded if you had woken up on your birthday and you would have been like, it's my birthday, and your wife had looked at you and said, so go get your gift, nigga? How would you have responded?
I probably would have started screaming.
Nah, kids nowadays, they just want their gift. They don't care about that. It's not even Christmas. We just give them, either you give them money or just give them the gift.
E-Rock's old school. E-Rock is a child of the 80s and still lives.
Come on, E.
He lives his life today.
Come on, E.
As a child of the 80s. Who could tell me if this is hip hop?
Go ahead.
He got a Super Mario t-shirt for his birthday.
That's hot, though.
It is hot?
What? That's gangster, yo.
Okay, good. It's not Wario, it's Mario.
No,
that t-shirt right there is gangster.
Yo, that is hot.
Okay, all right. Now
I wear a piece with that, little chain with that.
You would, like a little magic mushroom chain?
Well, that's the black people way, but that's hot, though. I like that. I like the way he sticks out the hole.
The problem is that E-Rock ran down the stairs. He woke up first thing in the morning on his birthday, bright and early. His birthday was Saturday.
He did not.
He woke up bright and early as the sun came up, and he got on his wife had to give him special socks with grips on the bottom because
That's not true.
She knew that he gets excited and they have hardwood floors
from the sliding.
She didn't want him to slip and fall and break his neck falling down the stairs. And last year, and you want to know what he did last year?
No.
Last year, he jumped on the banister to slide down it.
No.
He cracked the banister, Whoo Kid. He broke it directly in half. Do you remember that, Eric?
That didn't happen either.
It didn't?
No, you made that up.
Oh. Do you believe in Santa? Who Kid wants to know?
Nah.
I do.
I think
you
he
do,
does,
Robert.
Yeah.
You think he does, right?
There's a Mexican Santa? I didn't know Mexico had a Santa.
He steals.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
He steals or rape women.
Mexico's Santa. You could tell he's been there because, it's the same thing. There's reindeer footprints on the roof, and there's a guy comes down your chimney, but you wake up with less presents.
It's like a lawnmower on the roof.
Right. A riding lawnmower.
No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
No cookies, just tacos, some salsa.
So E-Rock runs down the stairs.
Uh-huh.
It's bright and early in the morning. He's got his grippy socks on, and he's got all his gifts waiting for him with Ninja Turtles wrapping paper.
Jesus.
E-Rock, did I make that part up?
No, you did not.
But Jesus.
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah.
Where'd she find that wrapping paper from?
Where'd you find that wrapping paper from is what he asked.
I don't know.
Probably Toys R Us.
That's
Or
awesome.
Target, one of the two.
Yeah, so E-Rock woke up
awesome.
first thing in the morning and quickly opened up his gifts and got all excited and
There's a
everything.
lot of kinky stuff going on at E-Rock's house, man.
You think it's a sexual thing?
I hope he doesn't have, I don't know, maybe like a Ninja Turtle dildo. I don't know,
E-Rock,
I don't know.
If you had a Ninja Turtle dildo, what bandana would it be wearing over its eyes? What color?
If I had one,
Yeah, what color bandana would it have?
it'd be purple for Donatello.
Oh, okay. Donatello does machines.
Yes.
Donatello probably invented the vibrator.
You think so?
Plus, Donatello, you know what his weapon is?
Damn.
He uses that long stick.
The bow staff.
Oh, you're right.
And that's what the dildo would be in the shape of. Donatello's bow staff.
Just stick a dildo in the sewer? That's some dirty shit.
That is dirty shit. And it's got that toxic waste all over it that made that's
Secret
disgusting.
ooze.
Yeah. It's about to get that ooze on it, right?
With fucking Vanilla Ice record blasted.
Yeah. And
You probably fucking her into what was that? He had Ninja Rap.
Ninja
right?
Rap.
Yipes.
Let me tell you something, Whoo Kid. You're all lathered up, right?
Oh, my Lord. No.
It gets so frustrating. Not over this.
Okay.
I'm talking about over the weekend. You know, imagine, picture this. Saturday morning. It's a Saturday morning for the rest of us. E-Rock has already opened all his gifts, right? Now, you open all your gifts. You got to freshen up a little. You're all lathered up. You're ready to shave, and you realize.
Nah. Come on.
You forgot to buy blades.
Nah, get out of here.
Oh, man.
Gotta shave that pussy.
Now you know his pussy. No.
You talking about his chin?
His chin. Shit. Yeah, he doesn't have to shave his pussy. Whoo Kid, E-Rock has what we call a natural in the vagina area.
E-Rock has a pussy?
Yeah, he does. Now you're stuck, Whoo Kid. And you're digging through the trash for that old blade that zombied your face out yesterday. The Walking Dead is popular, but it's not that popular.
Zombied.
Or you're one step away from stealing your wife's lady razor. You don't want to do that, Whoo Kid. You know what that's for.
That's for the pussy.
That's right, Whoo Kid. This is your Dollar Shave Club moment. Dollar Shave Club is for guys who routinely forget to buy or simply hate shelling out for blades. So here's what all the Dollar Shave Club buzz is about. Woo! Everyone buys razor blades, right? Right?
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Well, brand name razor companies, they nail you. They build them with 10 blades. They put vibrating handles in, built-in back scratcher.
Vibrating.
You end up paying up the wazoo for them, Whoo Kid. That ass.
$12.99, kid.
Dollar Shave Club says stop overpaying for shave technology that you just don't need. With Dollar Shave Club, you send them a couple of bucks a month, and they deliver great quality razor blades right to your door. You save a fortune, and you always have fresh blades on hand. Woo! Join all the After Opie and Anthony Live listeners who have already found the smarter way to shave at dollarshaveclub.com. Dollarshaveclub.com. Dollarshaveclub.com.
Woo! Got me hyped, son.
This got you excited, right?
Got a boner.
You know this guy, Andrew Jenks?
Who's that? He's a gay guy?
No, he's not gay. Not that I know of, anyway. You could ask him. He's coming in here. That's what, yes.
I'm going to ask him if he's gay with that last name.
He has a...
Jenks. Sound like you fucking a guy up
there. No.
Jenk me.
I don't think there is. I don't think that's how gay is passed down. It's not like Italian. Like you can tell by the last name.
Duke me.
Yeah, Duke. I haven't heard that word since 3rd grade. You duked him in the ass, yo. No, Andrew Jenks. He has a show. I think it's called World of Jenks on MTV.
Okay.
And it's this show.
Yeah, I heard of that show.
He's a documentary guy.
I heard of that show.
And he just goes and interviews. He doesn't interview him. He like lives with people for a time. You know Maino, right? The rapper?
Yeah, he smacked him.
Yeah, you saw it.
That's what I'm saying. I know who that is.
Well, I'm glad you're here, though.
Crazy, too.
He did, right?
What?
He wanted to prove him. Maino's smart, though.
Smacked the white out of him.
Because Maino is like, you're not going to come on
my
TV and come to my shit and make rap look pussy, right? So what did he do?
The hand of God. I think he saw Jesus, Moses, Mary.
He slapped the white off of him, didn't he? We'll have to ask him about that when he comes in. He'll be in here in a couple minutes.
Might not remember.
I know. Slapped him silly. He was watching the episode. Oh, shit. When did that happen?
God, man.
But he got a season 2 out of it. He did all kinds of stuff. He did... he followed around an autistic kid, and now I think the autistic kid is like...
For real? Who was it, Eli Manning? Shit.
I don't think it was Eli Manning. No.
Damn, I'm so mad.
The football episode was a different episode.
Okay.
Now the autistic kid, I think, is following him around for season 2.
Eli's following him?
Not Eli, man. Not Eli. He was hanging out with...
44!
He was hanging out with an he was hanging out with homeless people.
Serious?
Yeah, he hanged out with an MMA dude. He hanged out with a gambler. He's hanging out with all these people. Like
homeless people.
He did a whole episode where he was just chilling with homeless people.
Damn.
Yeah, he got famous, I guess, because he made this documentary where he was just chilling in an old folks home. He lived there with the old folks.
Wow.
So I don't know. He'll be in a couple minutes.
Change some bedpans. Watch some whack-offs.
While we're talking about movies, we had an interesting topic on O&A today. Do you ever cry during movies? They were talking about it.
Yeah, I have.
Because Anthony's got his rage issues, and Jim was saying if you cried more. Well, Ant's now, he's kind of lately been bringing up points that are just in his head.
Okay.
You know what eugenics are, Whoo Kid?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Ant's kind of thinking there might be some science to it. Yeah. Just enough. I'm not saying that he's in support of the movement. Just enough that he thinks the conversation should be an open dialogue. And we said to him, maybe it's getting a little carried away.
Yeah, I think he is.
Maybe you need to dial it back. And Norton ended up saying, you need to be able to cry sometimes.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about movies, and I was saying, like, it's caused me abandonment issues throughout my childhood. E.T. made me so upset.
Yeah, I cried in that shit too,
Not
man.
the end, though.
You didn't cry then when they went up?
The beginning. Yeah, that's the beginning.
Okay.
You and me are in the same page
When
then.
he had HIV, you weren't crying?
No,
When
I
he
didn't
was dying?
mind. No,
Oh.
I think that's Philadelphia you're thinking of.
Oh, shit.
But no, yeah, when the spaceship flies away,
Yeah.
and his family leaves him, and he's just stuck in the forest with the Earthlings.
Yeah, you cried?
That fucks me up every time.
Get out of here, Sam.
When I was a kid, I used to watch that movie a lot. Always fast forward through the first 20 minutes. Always.
You're a bitch.
Skip right to the Reese's Pieces.
You're a fucking dyke.
What did you cry in? You're a dyke.
I cried on Charlotte's Web. I don't care.
Yeah, that's right. You told me that before, didn't you?
Yeah, that's like the ultimate tearjerker. And when the
Yeah, for
spider
a pussy.
died, I'd rather be a vagina for that. When the spider died, you didn't
Mills
cry?
is looking at you. Everybody who works.
Everybody's gay out here.
Yeah, everybody who works at Sirius who's like in the hip hop side of things, they walk by this studio like, what the fuck is Whoo Kid doing in there?
Bladder told me he cried when he saw Juice.
When he saw Juice with Tupac.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You can bring him in, yeah. Andrew Jenks is here.
Oh, shit.
How's it going, man?
What's up?
Welcome. We're on the air.
Cool.
Make yourself at home.
What up, son?
You know DJ Whoo Kid?
Oh, man.
This
good.
is DJ Whoo Kid. My name's
up,
Sam
man?
Roberts.
How are you?
You're Andrew Jenks.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
And there's breaking news happening on CNBC, which I'm sure you guys are really
Yeah, we're trying to
focused
keep
on.
Well, that's why we have all these TVs. We keep abreast of everything.
Right, of course.
To be as informative
Oh,
as
shit,
possible.
Obama's gay. I knew it.
I don't have the view of the television. Is that what it
Shit.
says?
He's like, I'm gay today, and I'll
Yeah,
be
well-
gay tomorrow.
But you guys have all business. Is this like a business show or something?
Yeah,
you
we
have
try-
Fox Business Channel, MSNBC. I've never.
We stick to finances here. Strictly.
right.
That's what you're here to talk about, right?
Yeah,
I think
the
it's just
stock
the
market.
look, right? It's just to look good, right? Y'all don't really care about
No,
it.
I mean, I don't think anybody's ever looked at those TVs before Jenks got here. We were just talking about movies. Like, Whoo Kid said, he said I was a lesbian because I cried during E.T. when the ship flies away.
Yeah.
But he cries
I thought you were a lesbian anyway, but okay.
just from walking.
Yeah, it just look the look. Yeah.
But Whoo Kid cried during Charlotte's Web.
When the spider died.
Right. My big thing is when what was the deer?
In Bambi?
Yeah, when Bambi's mom dies, I'd have to leave the room.
Oh,
That killed you, huh?
Yeah, that was
I ain't gonna
brutal.
front. Yeah.
So it's cartoons that are worse for both of you.
Yeah, I guess we have a sweet spot. Yeah.
Cried and peed at the same time. I
Yeah.
peed and cried.
You peed a little bit too?
Oh, man.
That
When
doesn't
you
seem right.
You pee when you cry?
Yeah, you got tinkle. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think either of us knows at
I've
all
never
what
heard
you're
about
saying.
that, but so far I got a guy that cries and pees at the same time, and a dude who's a lesbian.
Yeah, well, welcome, and we're here to talk about business.
Yeah.
We were talking about you too before you came in because Whoo Kid saw your episode. World of Jenks is like it's on MTV. You film. I assume it's a lot of work because you have to film like a mini documentary for every single episode.
Yeah, we shoot about 10,000 hours of footage
Yeah?
over the course of a season. For every episode last year is about 140 hours for 19 minutes and 20 seconds after commercials.
What?
Fucked up.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's
Do
nuts.
you look at the guys who did the Catfish series? Like, you did it's one fucking documentary that you're just making a series out of. I have to do a new one every week.
Yeah, no, I know. Maybe we should relax. Well, you know what we do is we shoot a lot at night because people let their guard down at night a little bit. And we'll just have one camera rolling and people chill. So a lot of times with a lot of crews, they'll start shooting at like 9 or 10 and then they'll, wrap it up at 7. But we keep going and that's an extra, 5, 6, 7 hours a night.
Wow. Whoo Kid saw the episode. I've seen a bunch of the episodes, but Whoo Kid remembers specifically the Maino episode.
Ooh, that's like my best friend.
Every African American black male from Sway onwards, I think, to this day. I was on a plane the other day, and a black dude came up, "Yo, man, you took that hard." I'm like, that was 2.5 years ago. Can we relax?
I think they can still hear it from 2.5 years
It was
ago.
someone just sent me a link. It was on some rap song, and I can't remember which.
Oh, get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Where like the sound was?
It was like I'm not gonna be that white boy that took it from Maino or something, and I was
You're like,
like
yes!
all right, yep. Yeah, all my friends were pretty excited about it on the email chain.
And you're sitting there going, what I do matters, finally.
You truly looked horrified, though, after that smack, though.
Well, let's just 2.5 years ago, about, I would say, I approached Maino after a little concert, and I said to him, you keep preaching to me that you're a role model and you have a young son and he looks up to you, but every time I see you on the red carpet or out on stage, you're sticking up your middle finger.
Oh shit!
And I probably caught him at the wrong time to do that.
He was all amped up from the concert.
He was pretty amped up. His boys were pretty amped up, so he choked me for a little bit there, and I decided to stand back up. I don't know what was going. I should have just probably left, and then he slapped me back down a couple times, and hey, listen, I guess it made for good TV. So.
But who's worse, like Maino or your camera crew? Why nobody did help you?
Yeah, your camera crew's just sitting there like,
they don't care. My camera
crew. We got the commercial.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They're just there to film, and they're not. Yeah, I mean, I could be dying, and I think they'd keep it rolling because it's good TV.
I know what happened though, Sam.
What happened?
I think he was like, "Yo, what up, nigga?" And
Is that what? Did you drop an M-bomb?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I do.
That's what I'm talking about.
I call white guys lesbians and black guys the N-word, and I make television.
And you're sitting there going, "Hey, look, I know Maino. It's cool. Don't even worry about it, guys." So how did you? I don't understand. Like. I just got the book now, but I was going through it.
Okay.
And so here, you want to take a look?
I like how you said you're going through it. That's a great way to put it.
I was going through it.
I wasn't reading it.
Well, I didn't have time to.
No, I know. I'm kidding.
Read it, but. Well, that's what I showed Whoo Kid the book. Your face is on the cover of it. And I'm like, yeah, Jenks. And he goes, no, I don't know who that is. And I'm like, well, he does his show, and he talked to Maino, and he was like, that's it.
That's who it is. Right.
That's that
exactly.
motherfucker.
But so you were doing documentaries, like you're one of these annoying overachievers,
right? Exactly,
from the beginning.
Yes,
it
you
said
just hit it on the head.
He at 16 years old created a film festival.
Right.
And so have you always just been this way? Like you could just, I'm going to go out and do something, where the rest of us were like, no, I don't know how to do that.
I always just loved using the camera and filming stuff, so it was like an obsession, and that might actually be a fairly bad thing and a horrible way to live life, so I wouldn't really admire it. But when I was 19, I hated college.
Yeah, well, so did I, but then I just stayed there because I didn't have any discernible skills.
Well, I moved into a nursing home for 5 weeks.
Serious?
Yeah, I'm serious, because I just couldn't take college, and my grandfather had dementia, and I couldn't really take it myself. I couldn't wrap my head around it. Okay. Yeah, and so I decided to move into a nursing home. We bought a couple cameras off of eBay, and edited the 200 hours of footage in my parents' basement, made a 90-minute movie, and started randomly submitting to film festivals, got into a few, and then HBO called one day, and I was like, I swear to fucking God, I'm telling you, I did pay my cable bill. And they were like, no, we want to buy your movie. And that kind of started the whirlwind.
See, that's crazy. And then, MTV finds you, and they're like, we don't know what we want to do. We want to do something. And it's in there, they gave you 50 grand to do a 5-minute preview reel.
Yeah.
Are you sitting there going I could make a movie with 2 cameras I bought off eBay. What do I need 50 grand for?
I mean, you just hit it on the head. I did. I paid it. Don't tell MTV, but half of it was, well, not half of it, but was for debt and various rent and that sort of thing. And then, but I did spend the majority of the money on shooting what I thought was going to be a feature-length documentary, because in the contract with MTV, I had it done so that if they didn't pick up the show, I retained the rights to the footage.
Oh, wow, okay.
See, I know.
So the idea is that at least you'll have this documentary.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to shoot 200 hours with Maino, spend 20 days with him, really get a lot, and then I'll edit together almost a trailer for the movie. That'll be 5 minutes long, and I'll just give that to MTV. And so they saw that, and they were like, would you want to make it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? And that ended up being the pilot that aired after the VMAs that got 6 million viewers and every black guy in the country saying, oh, you're the dude that got slapped by Maino.
So
it's popular.
So you make your idea is okay, I'm going to do you make this one movie in the nursing home.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to make another movie, and you put everything into it, and you're filming with Maino and everything. And MTV is like, yeah, give me 13 of those.
Yeah, exactly. Although in between the two, I went to Japan for 7 months and made a movie for ESPN about Bobby Valentine, the manager.
Oh, wow, okay.
And so it was like the two movies they made to prove to the ESPN brass that 30 for 30 would really work. You know, the 30 for 30 series on ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I did like the two leading up to that. I did one of them leading up to that, and it followed Bobby Valentine, who was the most famous baseball manager in Japan because he was the first. Well, A, the Japanese really look up to American culture.
Mm-hmm.
B, he was the first American manager to ever win a Japan series, the equivalent to a World Series here. Became a demigod. There was a burger named after him, Bobby's Burger, a beer named after him, Bo Beer.
Really?
Street named after him. So, you know, people are like, you know, what was it like to live in Japan for 7 months? And all, you know, usually I'm like, well, if you were to follow around Brad Pitt in America for 7 months, what would you think it's like? You know, it's like,
Yeah, he was
I don't know,
that-
it's kind of a funky experience, yeah.
Have you been in Japan?
Konnichiwa. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You've been to Roppongi, what is it, Roppongi District?
I went to Yokohama,
Right.
Tokyo. I know you.
Right.
I know you get mad pussy because that's the only place white dudes get pussy.
In that
Japan.
area?
No, in Japan.
Oh, in Japan in general.
Period. I know
America,
you, got mad
you can't
pussy
get it
when you're out
done.
there, right?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, well, they love the culture. And that's part of the culture, isn't
They
it?
like white dick there.
Right, well, that's what I was implying, Whoo Kid. I mean, I was trying to be subtle and have a little couth about it.
He's right about the baseball thing, though. They're like,
Oh
fucking-
my God,
they're
obsessed.
like whores out there for
Obsessed.
that shit.
It's
Yeah.
like Western, you know, European soccer.
Did you go there with 50 Cent?
We're not allowed there.
You're not allowed in Japan?
We're banned from Japan.
Why?
Due to the gangster culture.
What are you talking about?
They're all pussies over there. They don't want that gangster shit coming there.
No, I bet it's because of the weed. I know a lot of people, you probably bought a lot of weed and you got in a lot of trouble and then they won't let you back. Having one of the Beatles a while ago.
Really?
Yeah, they're strict on the weed, and I'm not here to judge
Careful,
you.
Who Kid's about to slap you.
I'm white. Don't worry about
I'm gonna take a step back.
I'm just as white as you. Don't judge my color. Calm down. It's the gangster culture because 50 really doesn't do weed, and they just don't like all that fuck shit, bitch. But
They don't like the cursing?
They'll let Eminem in. I guess if you're white and you curse, you could get in, but
Yeah.
50, no.
It's actually true. When you walk around Japan, you see a black dude, everyone kind of turns their
Yeah,
head.
they're like running,
"What?
like,
Huh?"
they don't allow me in sex spots. I can't fuck bitches. I can't pay for sex.
Right.
But
Well,
you
that's
can-
why
I
white
can't
guys
pay
have
for
such an easy time.
Huh?
Like if there were no black guys, white guys could probably hook up with chicks whenever.
Nah, but it's just that we have big cocks, so we go there.
Is that what it is?
The girl will leave and go home and can't fuck 100 little dicks, and you fuck one big dick.
Oh, I
and
see.
you go home.
That's
I
an
see.
interesting interpretation.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of love hotels? No, I'm dead serious.
No.
Yeah, dead ass.
Love hotels in Japan. I'll skip the very long story because I'm sure we have a time limit here. But
Yeah.
essentially, when you go, and I don't know this personally, it's just from what I've heard, of course. When you go with a lady that you like or what have you, and the next morning when you wake up in this particular hotel room, you're cheating on your wife. Essentially, is the reason you go there. A lot of these middle-aged men go there, and so in order to come up with an excuse or to explain what's happening, you hit a button on the phone, and when you hit the button in the hotel room, there's surround sound.
He's not lying.
And you hit the button. I'm not lying. You hit the button, and it'll say office, and you hit it, and then all of a sudden, all these office noises go on around you,
Yeah.
and you call up your wife, and you go, "Oh, honey, my God, I've been in the office all night." You put up the phone, and then or there's a traffic button. You hit traffic, and all of you hear just traffic surround sound. You call up your wife, honey,
up
I'm
your
so
cell
sorry.
phone.
He's not lying,
It's insane. They've mastered the art of cheating on your wife.
Do the women know about the hotels?
This could get a little bit controversial amongst the culture, so I don't want to just stereotype or generalize, but of
course not.
From what I understand, it's almost men or women, it's sort of accepted as long as it's not known.
Exactly.
Right. As long as you got a story, I'll believe it. Just tell me something.
And I was there
it's
for
good.
7 months, so this is I'm open to other ideas or I don't know, I'm just that's what I heard time and time again.
That's how you tackle all your documentaries. You always go in like, look, I don't want to offend anybody. Clean slate here. Just do
Yeah.
what you do, and I'm going to ask some
Right.
questions.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
I'm just asking questions.
What's been your favorite thing that you did? Was there anything as dangerous as Maino choking the life out of you?
Oh yeah, that was nothing. I mean, I've
The old folks home. I know it was
yeah.
dangerous.
When I was in the nursing home, it got
The
dangerous.
panning, the whacking off.
Yeah,
You didn't film that, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
The old dudes be whacking.
I lived with an animal. I lived with an animal rescuer in the C9 Basin, 15 minutes from
Get the
the
fuck
Miami
outta here.
airport. the beach, South Beach, and fucking LeBron James and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And there's an area called the C9 Basin where they slaughter horses and have dog fights, kill all types of animals, you name it. And so, yeah, people don't know about it. So we did a little documentary about that.
Like the land version of the Cove.
Yeah, similar. The Cove, which is an amazing documentary.
Yeah.
And so we went there at like 3 a.m. and we would set up cameras in certain spots where we knew they'd slaughter the animals.
What?
And then we'd have to come back 24 hours later to retrieve the footage. And there was, gangsters surrounding you with, guns and this sort of thing. So that was probably one of the more dangerous, things that we've done. And for the show that premieres tonight, Monday at 11 o'clock on MTV, Monday tonight at 11 o'clock on
Not only
MTV.
that, people can actually have a Jenks festival today, because it's, especially if you're in New York, because
right.
it's 7 tonight.
Yes.
You're going to be in the Union Square Barnes and Nobles,
Yes.
signing copies of your books.
Signing copies. I'm going to talk for like 30 or 40 minutes and go through some of these more crazy stories, and
Which is great.
And kind of a lot of times people are like, "Why? Who are you? Like, who are you to be doing this? How did you get here?" So I kind of go through this whole story that people don't, necessarily know about, and then we'll sign some books and that sort of jazz.
And the book is great because it's full of like pictures and everything. Like, it's
Well, God forbid anyone really reads. So
Yeah, I mean, you
70% of it is pictures.
Well, nobody
No,
wants-
I mean that. I didn't mean that in a condescending way.
You talking about black people?
nobody wants to hear you talk about how dangerous it was. They want to see the photo.
Yeah, man. I
of
mean,
how-
if you go further into that book, there you'll see the pictures where I'm wearing the camouflage and all that.
You used to be 200 pounds?
I used to be when I was I went through puberty in 5th grade. In 6th grade I had this voice. I was this tall, and there was just more of me to feel awkward. Yeah.
Wow.
How does that? How is I was really short when I was in school.
I was 6'1" in 6th grade.
I was
the
probably
height.
4'1" in 6th grade.
Right. Did you know you were a lesbian yet? Or
No,
was that
I
still...
hadn't. I was still struggling with a lot of things. But was it awesome? Like because when I was a tiny little lesbian 6th grader,
Right.
I was thinking like, oh, I wish I was 6'1".
No, you don't want to be 6'1" because, again, 6'1", 210, deep voice. People thought, what is this?
Yeah.
I wasn't even a dude or a guy. It was an it. Like, what is _ this? Like,
Yeah.
what's he doing? Like, what's his... There must be
Do we
something
need to put him on the
wrong.
sex offenders
Right,
list?
yeah, kind of. Like, he
is
should be a
allowed here?
teacher, right? Or
Yeah.
what's going on? And then, I just like I was growing out a beard, and the armpit stains were bad, and I still didn't know what really deodorant was. Thanks a lot, Dad.
Yeah.
So it's just like the kind of basics. I was
And your
still...
dad's sitting there like, he's in 6th grade. He doesn't need to know puberty talk yet.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
Dad, I think I have other ideas about that. Well, that's great. Oh, no, we still got time. Great.
He's actually he's kind of ill, man. The thing about it, he doesn't want to be like the norm, like the normal director. You always wanted to be different like that. You're like super different here.
Well, I like telling, not to get too earnest here, but I like telling stories. Like for our show, we're not looking for people that want to be on reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you put up when you put out a blast, MTV's looking for interesting people to be on this show, World of Jenks. Everyone and their mom and their grandfather and their sister will come out saying, look at me, look at what I do. I got. And so we avoid all of those and like literally just seek out these people and almost convince them to be on the show. And then a lot of these people, like the people that we follow this year, they're extraordinary individuals for different reasons, but their stories are amplified because they're going through cancer, autism, gun violence, respectively. And what I've learned from living in the nursing home is when I'm in front of the camera, they see me cry. They see me get mad. They see me get upset. They see me make mistakes. And they're like, oh, okay, Jenks, not talking third person, but Jenks is willing to be vulnerable. He's willing to let his guard down.
Right.
You know what? I will too. And there's a certain trust level that exists.
I gotta hug him, man.
Right. No, I mean, he's not being vulnerable right now. He's saying he
I'm
has.
about to hug this nigga.
We're not on the show.
Sorry, man.
How do you get in touch with these people? Like, how did you, for instance, like, how do you just find Maino's people and be like, hey, I might film something for MTV.
that's
Can I
crazy.
just hang out with you for a month?
I talked to, I pitched it to a lot of rappers, and most of them just,
Who was
they're
the
like,
guy?
unless I'm the star of the show
Who
in
told-
every
who
episode,
told you to get the fuck
no,
outta
thank
here?
you.
Like, you thought, like, music video? You saying we're making a movie about me?
No, so I go up to Maino, exactly, and I go up to Maino and I tell him the story and what I want to do, and he thinks long and hard about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yo, Jenks, I got one big problem with this." And usually when someone has one big problem, it's a lot worse than a few problems, because I can kind of take care of the few problems, but a big problem is kind of like a line in the sand.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Damn, man, my one big problem is I didn't think of this idea myself." And I was like, okay, well,
Terrific.
you know what? I can work with that.
Who was the ideal guy that you wanted to do it with before Maino?
I mean, anyone that, Fitty would have been nice.
Oh man, you would have died. You
Yeah.
would've got shot or something.
Our ratings would have been even higher.
But Maino was good though, because like Maino is not one of these like, he's not huge. You know what I mean? He's like still like actually gangster.
Listen, Maino is
Like
an actual gangster.
Right.
He was in jail for 10, 11 years.
Right.
And when I asked him, I said, "Maino, why were you in jail for 10 years? And he wasn't yet quite opening up. I was like, "Why were you in jail for 10 years? And he thought about it. He was like, "Well, I kind of kidnapped a guy and put him in my basement and just sort of forgot to return him."
And he's not lying.
Yeah.
But when Maino rolls through Bedside, which we did a couple times, and people show him love. There's no. Apparently, Jay-Z won't show him enough love. So that's
No, that's Illuminati, man.
Well, but they're both from Bedside. So,
But like Jay-Z and 50 Cent and those guys, they're businessmen now. You're not doing it. It's a different documentary when you've got one of those type of guys than when.
that's too bad though. That's a shame. And you know what? I don't need to follow them anyway because they have enough. They have enough attention. You know what bothers me? Speaking of Jay-Z, I've been meaning to get this out all morning.
Tell me.
Is
Tell
that
me.
Because of the book coming out, Barnes and Noble, Union Square tonight at 7:00. Make sure you're there. The kind of frequent thing that people now say is, Andrew Jenks, filmmaker and author.
Right.
And I'm like, that's bullshit. Like, I'm not an author. Just because you write a book doesn't make you an author. The equivalent would be when I saw an interview the other day and they're calling Beyonce Knowles now a filmmaker because she had that HBO documentary.
Right.
Beyonce is not a filmmaker. She's a wonderful, like, once-in-a-generation artist, singer. But just because you make something,
you're sitting there
doesn't
going like,
mean you're not. Like, I
could
not
point
an
the
author.
webcam at myself and talk to a computer for a while
exactly.
too.
You could make
too.
I could be a lesbian too.
Right.
Like, just because you say something.
Yeah, and so I just would like to, I had to get that off I'm not an author.
And neither is Jay-Z for that. Just because he has a book doesn't make him an author.
Exactly.
Just translated his lyrics for the rest of us.
Right. He's many things, but not that.
And the autistic kid from season 1.
Yes.
He's coming back for season 2?
The thing is, 1 in 88 young Americans now have autism.
When you're doing this...
Now, how? Just think about 1 in 88.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And, go ahead, my bad.
Do you figure out why? Like, how come now autism is running crazy with kids?
You know what the thing is these days is everyone has an opinion on everything. So you go online and like everyone will give you their own version of why. I know what's her name, Jenny McCarthy thinks like you can cure it, and other people think it's because we're having kids later, and other people think it's because of certain shots we're giving. I don't like that's not my job. I'll let everyone else have their own opinion on that.
My mother-in-law thinks it's the preservatives.
Yeah, exactly. So
food.
and I don't think people I don't know if there is a right answer. So I'll let people kind of squabble over that. My deal is, let's get to know the kid with autism so he's no longer defined by autism. He's defined by who he is.
Right.
So I follow Chad for a year. He's 21 years old. He is the funniest guy you will ever meet. I mean, literally, I watch the show and I swear you'll see that. He is graduating from school. And for a guy who is just so used to repetition and doing things exactly how he's used to, leaving the school you've been at your whole life is a huge deal. I mean, think about like most people, it's a big deal when you leave something. For him, it was just mind blowing. So it's his senior year. He gets his first girlfriend.
Wow.
What? Yeah, he goes to prom.
Get out of
Gets
here.
his first kiss on the forehead, but it's still first kiss. They almost break up. Because Chad thinks that his girlfriend Amanda has too many Justin Bieber posters, which I can see, and also watches the Disney Channel too much, which I can also, And then his third reason was actually fairly practical in that they live an hour apart, neither of them can drive.
Makes sense.
He doesn't like a long-distance relationship. And so then we go on, we see him try and find a job, which was a real struggle, and then he slept in his parents' bedroom on a blow-up mattress, a tiny little room, his entire life.
Wow.
Up to 21 years old, and so we try and make that transition to him sleeping in his own room. It's cool. It's big stuff. I like it.
Yeah, check out the show. It premieres tonight on MTV at what time?
11 o'clock.
11 p.m. tonight. Go to the book signing at Union Square, Barnes & Noble's at 7 tonight. Thanks for stopping by, Andrew Jenks.
Thank you, man.
Am I going to cry tonight when I see that episode?
Yeah, there's. I'll
Hopefully.
actually bet money that you cry, but I'll also bet money that you laugh.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Ron
Little bit of
Fezer
everything.
coming up next. Andrew Jenks.
Thank
Thanks
you.
again.
Thank you, guys.
Birthday, E-Rock.
Goodbye.